This is KB and welcome to the AfterLife server, where today we have to go through a little bit of a painful thing. I died recently, so I lost all of my armor and my tools because I got them from Jay because of some internet issues in the past, but the catch is I do owe him something whenever he calls on me, but the tools also had Curse of Vanishing on them, so they're gone. So we're gonna have to get them back. So let's head over to the shopping district and look at our different options we have. How about no? I'm not going to spend a single diamond at any of Jay's shops anymore, because the dude is way too rich, and in case you didn't know, I have loyalties to Team Turtle, so I have to make decisions that is beneficial to Team Turtle. There's no official rivals yet, but I do want to make sure to do things that are smart for Team Turtle. So, I made a little deal with Whitefire and I bought some leather from him because he does have the steak and cake shop, he sells steaks, and I got these for 3 diamonds from him. And I have the sugarcane farm, so we are going to be making some books. I'm gonna go over to the Enderman farm, and I'm gonna do this whole process manually. But there's one more thing. I realized that that's gonna take long. So I am gonna make some decisions, and we're gonna make some moves, so that we don't ever need to buy anything from Jay ever again. There's one thing I quickly want to mention while I make my way to the Enderman farm. I'm going to be skipping this process of making my tools and armor better, and then we'll meet up for the extra thing we're going to be doing this episode. But I want to mention, in case you did not know, we have an application event running, so if you are already making Minecraft content and you feel what you do is good enough and you would like to join us on the server, feel free to check the link in the description. There's a video there that's an application event where you can apply to join us on the AfterLife server. And while I'm at it, I can also just mention that we do have an AfterLife Discord. So if you want to keep up to date with what everyone's doing and you want to join the community and just engage with everyone that likes AfterLife, there's also a link in the description for that. I'm happy to report that I have all the tools and armor that I need to be fully equipped, and I'll quickly show you what we got. Gonna go quite fast, so that will be the bow. You can look at what it is. There's some mending, efficiency 5 on breaking, some silk touch with the efficiency on breaking, mending, some more silk touch. This is not the best sword, but it's solid, it's decent. I've got some feather falling, which is very important for me, and depth strider, I like to have that. And here's just a basic protection, and I have blast protection on my shoes now, just to make sure I don't blow up from things again, though we'll see if it's efficient at all. Right, we are here for some important things right now. If we want to be independent from Jay's monopoly and his reign on the server, and not want to spend a single diamond at his shops anymore, we're gonna have to build a fully automated system to help us with that. So, we have to do some work with the villagers. I want to build a villager breeder that hopefully, potentially, I can pull it off. It leads to a screening room where I can decide I want to keep the dude or not. And if I want to keep him, we send him to a marketplace where we'll have different villagers to trade with. And the guys we don't need, we'll figure out what we do with them, because there is other uses for villagers. But that's what I want to do. Villager breeder, leading to a screening room, leading to a market. Now, I do need to mention, I'm not sure if I'll be able to finish all of this in this one episode. If it is possible, I'm going to do it, but there is a small chance it will have to go into another episode. So if that happens, please bear with it. But let's see how far we can get with it. So the first thing I want to do, I need to figure out where to do stuff. I need to build a farm, basically. Because that's going to be the basis of the villager breeder. You want a farmer to be able to feed the villagers that need to breed. So there will be a link in the description on the farms I'm going to be building. I'm not going to do tutorial based stuff. I'll just give you progress updates on where we are and how things develop, but there's a link in the description for how to build these farms if you want to build them for yourself. So the farm for the villager breeder has been finished. I will add a little trim of the dark oak trapdoor on top of that, but that is the place the farmer will be. As you can see, I have the first villager here. So we need 2 villagers to stand between these trapdoors. They will use these beds to sleep when they need to sleep, but then apparently they teleport back into that space. We'll have a farmer in there which is going to throw food to them so they are able to breed, because you need food and beds to breed babies. And then at the bottom, eventually there will be extra potatoes thrown down, which I will collect, which is pretty cool, passive potatoes. And then we just need to build a way to get the babies out, because the babies will then drop through here and we'll take them out. I did not expect these 2 to be breeding, but we have 2 babies at the bottom. I'm gonna have to get them out of there because we don't want them to occupy beds. I'll have to figure that out. I do have another villager I want to breed and get in here. I think that just speeds it up. But we basically have an automatic villager breeder, because the farming happens with this dude. He brings food, put it in there, and then breeding happens. I've decided that I'm going to use water and ice and water bubble elevators to transport the villagers, but before we get to any of that, I think it's time to update you on some things. The reason I made the deal with Whitefire for all of the leather is so we can make books, because we need to make lecterns, obviously, when we are dealing with the villagers, because that is how you can get some good book trades, good enchantments on the books. What do you call those? I have no idea. But that's why I have that. And here you can see the marketplace we're going to build. I'm going to use this color palette, which is a bit of an odd color palette. I've never played around with this. That's why I want to do it. Just kind of stretching and see, can I make this look good? The time has come to start working on this marketplace. Now, the design I'm using, I've used it in the past and it should work fine. The one catch is the villagers will be exposed, so I need to figure out security measures to keep the pillagers away. We'll get to that, but let's get to work. The first thing I want to do is build some chambers. So it will be 3 chambers per building or per stall or type of thing. So there is our 3 chambers. Then we'll have to get some floors in. I'm removing this extra block because I want to granite that as well, because the lecterns will be at the front and some of the bits stick out and we don't want those bits to be dirt. Then I will floor the back like that. From there we can continue, just build these up. It's going to be a 3 height. Then we're going to place a roof with the polished granite slabs. Just, to get some variety in the design. I want to switch back to smooth stone slabs because I want to have them at the front. This will block the villagers from getting out and I have access to trade with them. So now you can see why I'm a little bit concerned, because they will be open and the pillagers can shoot through. So that's kind of a concern. We do need a lever because I want to be able to open and close these if they are empty or not. Now, next step would be to get some decor going. So I want to take some spruce wood for the cornerings like this. Then over the top of that, we will have the dark oak slabs. I'm going to repeat it on this side real quick. Again, the spruce wood, because it's a nice dark color, but is warmer than the dark oak wood. That's why I like using this one. Then we can slab over that. From there on, we do want to add some lanterns in, so I'm gonna have these hangover bits where I can place lanterns, but I'll incorporate that into my roof as well. I'm gonna use some oak right here just to add some green into it. You'll see with the roof that looks pretty good. And now we just put on the roof like so. This one we need to drop down by 1. And then I'll remove that bit there, which we'll just replace like that. Repeat it on this side. And then we just need to place lanterns in, which will finish this design, which is one of the buildings in the marketplace. Kind of a stall style marketplace I'm trying to develop. And there we go. I really love how these colors work together. I never played a lot with the granite, so that is why this is pretty cool. And there we have it. So we'll just have the whatever workstation you want to use, the lectern or the compost or whatever you're using to link dudes to it. You get trades with them. And we'll have multiple of these scattered throughout the marketplace. I want to try and have an open air kind of marketplace, but we'll have to see how practical that is. One thing I can note, this thing is still running. We're breeding too much. They're probably gonna kill each other because of being crammed in there. But we're starting to get potatoes as well. So we do need to make sure we have one trade of potatoes so we can have kind of an automated system for emeralds. Before we do that, let me quickly show you what idea I have for transporting the villagers. I want to have something that load them into boats, and then those boats will go on ice. I don't think I'm going to extend it to the back there. I'll probably just take it up here somewhere, maybe. We'll use water elevators just to get them to the surface, and then we move those boats to behind one of the chambers that are empty, and we'll have a workstation in here, so they will automatically move towards the workstation. So as I mentioned earlier, I won't have the time to finish this episode, but I can give you a nice sample of how this market would look with kind of a mix-match type of floor. But what we need to do is at least get one villager in there. So I did a sneaky here and got one villager out with a boat. And so you just make a gap there at the edge and just ride the boat into that gap, and they'll hop on and keep the rest in there. So let's take him to the surface. Can you go up more? Can you please go up more? I think there's some blocks that aren't source blocks. Get up there. There we go. Okay, so I'll take him around the back, and then we need to try and get him on the inside. I took a risk and I got him in there, and then I saw that the lectern at the bottom doesn't work. You need it to be up there for him to become a librarian. And we just got Respiration 3, which sucks, but now I can at least go ahead and I can just refresh the man and try and find something decent. Knockback? No thank you. I was about to casually jump on the server and just restock my shops and do some things I don't normally do on camera, but I got word that anyone that's from Team Turtle should be recording when they head to spawn, so at least I'm not at spawn so I can jump on and start recording. But let's fly over there. So spawn should be right over this hill. What do we see? There's nothing by the shopping district. What is this? Oh, are we under quarantine? They have quarantined all of it. What is this? Keep out. Quarantine due to paprika levels detected. Okay. Let me... Quarantine turtles. Dear Papega, it has come to our Team Panda feed AllOutJay, U-Bone, Square Mario attention that there has been a rise of Papega levels. Our Papega detection device noticed a disruption when Team Turtle arose from the ashes of dead turtles that were cremated to bless your heads with their heads. Hashtag Team Panda has been authorized with love to quarantine all possible suspicious threats that are associated with Team Turtle. Anyone found violating the quarantine sanction will receive immediate force from Team Panda. Thank you for staying safe and healthy during this time of need. Our thoughts and pandas are with you. With lots of love and kisses, Team Panda Inc., AllOutJay, U-Bone, Square Mario. Okay. It seems my very pointless house that I never use has been quarantined. The only important thing in there is my book of profits. So, fine, I won't go in. But this kind of does mean that I'll have to speak with a team about this, because this probably can't go unanswered. Today, we at least got this automatic farm running with a villager breeder, and we have a lot of potatoes on automation now, which is pretty cool. We have our trading markets starting. I love this design. We will have to build walls and stuff to keep everyone safe, but that is a problem for another episode because that's all the time I have for this one. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.